Okay, that was pretty quick. We got the patch like a day after they put out the announcement, or we got one of the patches. Did not really look into it. The Twitter post just said definitely the teleporting is in, and something else. Sadly, it was deployed like in the middle of the night for me. So let's see. Patch 0.1.0e. General improvements. Added capacity for fast travel between checkpoints within an area. You can now select checkpoints which will bring up your map overlay. You may select the checkpoint discovered area, travel immediately. Many more checkpoints have been added to areas, generally or at all the entrances and exits of areas. Meaning if you find those first, you are able to instantly travel. Good change. This is going to give like an extra point to the whole campaign, in my opinion, because it's nice to have big maps to explore. The backtracking was a little bit not the best solution, but this should definitely make the campaign a lot better. As of point, respecking has been made cheaper, especially at higher levels. It had a relatively aggressive curve, blah blah blah. Example, 40 to 50% less in middle of endgame. Good change. They can always change that later if need be. But I am going to respec quite a bit. I did try to respec before the patch came out, and it cost like 6k. I'm gonna go and check that in a bit. You know what? Why not now? We just jump into the game. I'm not really playing as much right now. Tried the ranger a little bit. I do have a sorceress in like the 70 range. So let's see.
Go on.
Defense passive. Yeah, it's half. 2.8k. This was before 5.6. Still would like this one to also be reduced. And respecking ascendancies is also halved. Very good.
Changed my mind.
The checkpoint thing, I'm not going to be able to check that quickly. They have to change this. This has to be changed. This is it's not a problem, the long loading time, if you are in the campaign, but holy shit. They have to get this one better. Okay.
Touch me.
I mean, the functionality is there. I probably don't need to check if it works. What I could do, give me a small map. Here on one of the towers. Just checking if they added stuff for the maps. I don't believe they did. Yeah, they didn't. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Let's see, what else did they change? Added a shortcut to open skills advanced on formation display by right-clicking the skill on your skill bar. You can now compare equipped flasks when using a gamepad. Added strong shards to the currency exchange. Added a button to travel to your guild hideout. Okay, this one a little bit late. This should not have been that big of a thing. What does that mean? What is... Oh! You just right click and you instantly get the information. Perfect. Good. What else? Endgame monster rebalance. Okay. Maps no longer have additional elemental resistance penalties. Yeah, I never got to that. I mean, I did get to tier 6 and 9. Good. This is going to be very good. So you don't get blindsided by minus resistance out of nowhere. Crit strikes less damage. Chaos damage no scales less aggressively. Ground laser and ground lightning abilities used by the Rune Knight in expedition encounters now do substantially less damage. Waystone modifier that adds burning ground to your maps no longer increase the coverage of the area with higher tier maps. Siphon was reduced. The flask siphon. Volatile twist is removed for the time being. To the Trail of Fire monster modifier now deals 30% less damage. Trail of Lightning lasts for 4 seconds instead of 8. 4 seconds. Turbo Explosives graded by volatile plants now deal less damage. Significantly less, okay. So I hope I can tank those now without a problem. Packs of Prowling Chimeras in maps now contain less of the Prowling Chimeras and spawn alongside some zombies. Okay, lower the baseline monster density of Breach, primarily reducing elite monster. I'm assuming those are the ones that are the most dangerous. Fixed inconsistency in the different types of packs that could spawn during Breach. You should now see different types of monsters appearing in an area or on an area-to-area basis. Okay. Volatile spawned by the volatile Fiend's Trial of Chaos modifier now accelerate over time. Okay. Stormcaller Runes Trial are now smaller, take longer to charge up, and standing inside and give more time to escape once triggered. This is the important part. Because I had that once, and I was like, okay, you just stand in them and dodge out to just have them triggered so you don't have too much on the ground. There was very little time. So good that they gave us more time to now escape. Runes now also get larger as the modifier is upgraded. Fair, fair. Hitboxes on a number of abilities used by Blackjaw the Remnant. No clue. Crossbow variants in the Decrepit Mercenary monster that dealt fire damage now deal less damage. It dealt fire damage? I'm so sure it did chaos damage. These guys messed me up early on. They did so much damage for a white mob. Where's the Sekima? Honor damage now scales down based on distance. Yep. Tapering as you go further away. Fix the bug where damage over time was dealing 3 times. We know that. Killer golems no longer use basic attacks and instead just explode. As their attacks were largely unavoidable when in melee range. Jumping Clan, Burrow and Ambush attacks now have improved with the visual telegraphing. Okay, Volcanoes, less duration, added keyword hover for the honor mechanic. Okay. Skill balance. Rolling Slam, Second Slam now deals 15% more damage to heavy stun enemies. Okay. That is a change. Really? Just more damage. Not like I can push enemies. That would have been a really nice change. Eye Shot Shards, secondary now gains additional projectiles. Eye Shot Shards now targets within 90 degree. Never use that skill. 200 MS from 100 to be tested and iterated. Okay. Eye Shot Arrow, so ice, I guess ice abilities were not as good on the Ranger. Electrocuting Arrow base duration to 25 seconds from 12. Doubling quality bonus also. Barrage now has 25 from 60%. So they just buffed those. Okay, Barrage now has 2 repeats instead of 1. So Shocking Arrow, Shockwave now deal 100% more damage. Sniper Mark cooldown reduced from 6 to 2. Combat Frenzy now gain a Frenzy charge no more than every 3 seconds. Okay. What else? We have Vine Arrow's damage over time has been adjusted slightly higher at lower levels and substantially lower at higher levels. Intention of this ability was not to do damage. Yep. Tornado Shot damage over time has been adjusted. This is now slightly higher at lower levels. Substantially lower. The intention was not to do damage. Can now be only use your stuck lightning arrows as opposed to your party. Growth level of Unearth. What else? All the chaos stuff got more damage. Fine. Skeleton Arsonists are now the same spirit cost, right? Shield Charge, Shield Wall, and Resonating Shield now added 6 to 8 physical damage per 15 armor on your shield. Oh, Was it not how cheat charge? No, this is, I believe, how cheat throw works? Path of Exile 1? I'm pretty sure there's like, or was it just the unique that added physical damage per armor? I don't remember. Never used the shield skills. Radius increased, shield wall explosion increased, shield wall now can create a maximum of 2 walls. Each cascade. So this one got buffed. Generally, okay. Explosion OD is more damage, okay. Each cascade just got hugely buffed. Storm Blast Bolts. A huge buff as well, okay. Plasma Blast. Buff. Artillery Ballista. Buff. Gathering Storm Perfect Dash. Buff. Has more freeze build up. So better at freezing, I guess. 6 second duration scaling from 6. Okay, so this has a higher duration with leveling, which makes sense. Concoction skills now consumes 3 charges from 5. So buff damage increased by 66%. Buffed. Addition added damage buffed. Critical strike increased. Critical strike chance. Okay, so it's just a general buff. It is just a huge buff. Okay. Passive nodes. There's the charm stuff. Added lightning. New cluster. Heavy frost notable passive. Now causes hits to only ignore enemy resistance or frozen enemies. Oh, okay. Super Shard Slam now builds up stages slower, but gains 40% more damage per stage now. This made this player as 20%. I never understood how they just gutted the damage instead of building up charges slower. Could make it more potentially interesting skill. Not really for clearing, but maybe as like instead of thunder for like a boss or finishing strike, or for like rares. Electrocute is now 25% harder to build up, but the damage penalty has been removed from the support gem. It is now more difficult to chain freeze and added a marker. Okay. Support balance. Added tremor support gem, multiple aftershocks. Added a bidding support gem, which can be used to give more damage to the command skills. These ones don't have the penalty, but mana multiplier now. No longer penalizes damage, instead it now prevents the support skill from being able to shock. 50% lead chance. And they nerf the poison one, okay. Impact shockwave, oh. Is that not the skill that we are using? No. I most likely have that one, right? Impact Shockwave. Supports melee strike, causing them to create an aftershock that damages enemies around the target when they heavy stun. Yeah, a melee strike though. I mean, if you bone shatter, maybe. Hitting support now grants 30% more damage to minion instead of 20. Consider casting now only supports space you cast yourself. 40% more damage. Okay, a little bit less cast speed. Aftershock support has a 25% chance to cause aftershocks. Mobile support no longer has a damage penalty but applies 30% less movement speed. Mobility, huh? Okay, I don't have that. I don't know. What is mobility? What are you? The mobility support. All gems. Support skills that can be used by moving, allowing you to move faster. Oh. Okay. Execrate support now has 100% inflict ailment. Okay. So making that one a lot stronger. Oh. Right. The one that has cooldown. Ricochet. 40% chance. Withering touch. Less damage. So buffed. I mean, generally a lot of the buffs. Bound support shockwave now deal of your strength as physical damage. Holy. Okay. Stomping ground support. This is which just gives you aftershocks while running, right? Okay. I know what I'm going to use. Item balance. The charm modifiers on belts. Yep. Because they were super rare. Unique items. The Adorned now applies to time lost jewels. I have neither of these. Modifier rate notable is from... Okay. Bigger increased life regeneration. Then we have some bug fixes. Is there anything important? I don't believe so. Lots of bug fixes. Very quick, a very good patch. Very excited to see how this is going to pan out. We do have some bug fixes as well. Wasn't raising temporary minions in some cases. Instant crashes as always. Okay. Hotfix 2. Unintentionally lowering the base minion critical damage bonus from 50. Okay. I have no idea. There was a bug where minions only did plus 30% critical damage, but they now have 100%, so minions got buffed, generally. Okay. Fix for instant crashes take 2, fix the bug where certain rare monsters would respawn at checkpoints after culling them, with lightning warp. Nice. Good, good, good.